Gary Atanu with CNTV, and today we're at the luxurious West End, right here in Westminster, Colorado. I've caught up with the founder of Hard as Nails Obstacle Mud Race. Since 2014, they have been helping participants challenge themselves while supporting and enjoying their community. Josh, thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, quite honestly, you are no stranger when it comes to events. You have hosted many events, hundreds if not thousands, helping folks get out and enjoy the world. Obviously, you're no stranger to Colorado either. I mean, this really was a course that was built by Coloradans for Coloradans, yet has attracted quite a few folks here to our state from surrounding areas. Tell me a little bit how this vision got started for you.
Oh, it's a fascinating story. This is a great area of North Denver, Westminster, and Denver really didn't have a super obstacle mud race that was focused in this area. So did some brainstorming a few years back. One of the people that was the head of the Weston asked me for different ideas that I had to help develop this area and develop this community, and this sort of spawned off of that. So I pitched like, hey, why don't we have an obstacle mud race? You could drive here, stay in your own home. We can make it super exciting. You have a terrific area.
Or you can stay right here at the Weston, walk out the front doors and make it happen.
Correct. We usually close down at least one or two floors for participants, and they'll come here and they'll do packages where they'll stay. We have people in last year, we had people from 10 different states.
Before we break this down for the viewers, let's start off first of all. I mean, we're talking about a mud race. So we're talking about a race. Is this a race where people can actually win, and are different categories and age groups?
Yes. So this is an obstacle mud race. So there's various different obstacles that they do. We have mud built into it and mud throughout the course. What's great about this is there are different categories. We really promote everybody having a great experience. So it's sort of challenge by choice.
There are no losers in this one. Everybody's a winner. They're out having a great time. I mean, I like the fact that basically, like you said, this isn't something that you basically run and win this race. This is something you're going to crawl, skid, slide, you name it. It's an obstacle course, and that's really what you had in mind when you put this together.
Absolutely. We have not really worked on timing per se. We'll have a competitive wave, and the fastest woman and the fastest man will get a prize based on that, people that want to be in the competitive. But generally, the majority of the people that come here just want to get out, have a super time, want to get to know the people they were with. This is really about developing themselves and pushing themselves, and then developing the community and bonding with the community that they're with.
We're talking about some very cool elements that people experience here. I mean, really, it has to almost be as fun putting these things together as the people experience them. We're talking about a river crawl, a shivery chute, rubber ladder, power drill, scaffold, climb, mud mixer. I mean, these are some cool things that obviously came out of your mind and people helped put together. Kind of fun for folks.
This is all about fun. We want people to have a blast. We want them to talk about this for the rest of the year. We want this to be a focal point that they could work towards something and having a great experience. We want them to meet people along the course. We want them to develop relationships and see how fun they could have right in their own backyard.
To really explain this topic properly, you got to really get down and dirty, because we're talking about mud. I mean, what a great visual memory for families to be able to do something you just don't do every day.
Absolutely. What is really unique about this is that we have an adult and a youth course. So we have everything from 4 to 13-year-old youths running, and then we have an adult course above 13. What I really love about that is it allows families to bring all their kids. It allows everybody to show up, and everybody could participate. The youth course is age appropriate. So those obstacles are sized down for kids. Their course is shorter. And then the adult course is appropriate for adults. So,
regardless of what course you're doing, your number one objective is always safety. That's something you guys pride yourself on as well.
Yeah, bar none. Just because of our backgrounds in doing adventure tours and big events around the world in very difficult environments, we pride ourselves on risk management. So we want to make sure that we limit a lot of objective risks. We've gotten rid of some obstacles we felt that were on the borderline of not setting up our participants for success in terms of safety and health. And then we try to maximize obstacles that promote fun, challenge, doing things that you wouldn't normally do. What was one of the best words that came from one of the participants last year was, "This course allowed me to be a child again." So it's really about connecting and being a kid and having that fun that you had as an adult, that you wanted to reconnect with that childhood memories you have, or as a kid, this promotes having those memories of your childhood going forward.
These are some great elements that really challenge people individually. But like you said, this is more than just the individual. This is about camaraderie and community. I mean, a real great way to see people working together and having fun together.
Absolutely. It has a bunch of great obstacles and elements. And again, one of the unique things about obstacle mud races is how we design this course is it's easier and faster if you actually work with other people. So certain obstacles are designed that the person who tries to do them by themselves will have more difficulty than the person who works with somebody else around them.
What a great way to teach kids to help one another, even lend a helping hand, even when it's a competitor next to you.
Yeah, what it promotes is humanity in all of us. And that's one thing that we want transference. We want people to realize that you could struggle, have a tough time, but if you work with other people rather than yourself, then you will actually be at a better position at the end of whatever you're doing than when you started.
What is pretty amazing when I look at it is the fact that this wasn't a course that was built for you. This was really a course you built based on the terrain, based on the environment. That makes it kind of challenging, at the same time unique, really experiencing elements that you won't experience in any other course across the world.
Absolutely. In terms of courses, a few things that are completely unique to here is we're in the Westin Westminster Hotel right now, so you have 14 flights of stairs that you run up and down. I think right now it's the only obstacle in America that you're running in a hotel. We also have a huge pond where you're on tubes, Hard as Nails Surprise 1, and you don't normally have that type of an event within an obstacle mud race. We also use a river system, multiple different ways, so you're going in and out of the rivers, up and down banks that are as high as 30 or 40 feet high. And then we right now have Colorado's largest slip and slide. This year it's 450 feet. And we have two slides and at about a 22-degree angle. So that was our fan favorite for the last few years. And every year it gets bigger and better. And again, it's about having fun. It's about pushing yourself, challenging yourself. The people that do this course didn't realize how challenging it was. They thought they were doing a local Denver Metro obstacle mud race, and then they got through and they're like, God, this is, for a 5-kilometer adult, this is as challenging as it comes. But the greatest thing is we're having fun along the way. And for the kids, having a 2.75-kilometer obstacle mud race with 10 to 12 different obstacles pushes kids. You also have adults that run with kids for the youngest waves. And so the adults get to have this relationship and experience with their kids. And the older kids, just that we bump it up one higher level. So it's an amazing experience. It's really fun for me to be part of this. It's really fun for everybody that's involved. This is a highlight for a lot of the people that do this event.
I mean, you guys have really struck a perfect balance between hard as nails, something challenging, yet at the same time fun. I think that's great. I mean, what a great vision to share with folks here. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see, first of all, is their website. If you're wondering how to sign up, figuring out what dates are available, check out their website. They're going to keep you apprised right there. First of all, you can learn a little bit more about this vision. You can also take a look at some of the elements there. These are elements that are really unique to this particular course, and it's a place you can come out not only by yourself, but with your family, extended family, corporate family. This is a place where you can all get together and really enjoy Colorado, yet at the same time understand that you're helping community and enjoying your community at the same time. Let me ask you this, when you put this together, you realize that this is more than just a vision for yourself. Obviously, it took a lot of people. Share with me about your sponsors and how other folks can help out and make this happen.
Yeah, so the two big people that were responsible for developing this is the Westin Westminster. They've been a tremendous partner of pushing this along and making this a focal area for Denver. The other big partner we have is the City of Westminster. And they've taken a risk initially with having this on their area, and we could not do without them. They give a tremendous amount of in-kind donations. They put a tremendous amount of work on the back end of making this. We've had everybody from people involved in the city and working for the city to really make this, to donating supplies, to helping with the course, with helping with dig holes and put permanent obstacles that we could take out for part of the year. So without the Westminster and without the City of Westminster, this would not be possible. And then our big organization is Colorado Wilderness Rides and Guides, and Colorado Wilderness Rides and Guides is the think tank behind this. We use the staff from that to develop the obstacles, to run the course. We have to do everything at least 3 or 4 times to try it before all the participants, which is a blast.
Speaking of, I mean, obviously, what's nice about this is you've got some great corporate sponsors, but even individuals can help out here. We're talking a lot of volunteers that are needed behind the scenes, first aid, hydration stations, breakdown setup. Is this a great way for people to get involved?
Yeah, so this event would not be possible without volunteers. So we need usually 50 to 100 different volunteers. Sometimes 150 would be optimal. And people are coming just to help monitor obstacles, to help people through if they're seeing if they have difficulty. Also, we have people come on and set up these first aid stations. They set up the hydration stations. They take a lot of the donations and the supplies that our sponsors give to us. So in terms of our overall sponsors, KinderCare has been a huge component of helping with the kids. We also have the Butterfly Pavilion that's been with us for a few years. Centura Healthcare, providing healthcare and first aid around this. The City of Westminster has helped bring the fire department to help man some of the other stations. And then we have other things like PSVA that's doing audio work. Sports Authority, First Bank, ESPN 105.5 has been with us. Boulder Beer has been our beer sponsorship since we started up. Fit Physical Therapy here, helping to tape people up when they have injuries and help get them out and keep them strong. And so, again, we couldn't do this without our sponsors.
It makes it very important for people to understand this is a community event. Yep. This is something that takes place. A lot of folks out there. Obviously, this was a vision that you had probably weeks before your first course. You walked around the course and kind of wondered, like everybody, what's this really going to turn into? It's now been past a little bit. You've seen this happen. Is it rewarding to really see something that comes together? This isn't work for you. This really is play for you, and it's got to be rewarding.
It is super rewarding. It's amazing taking something from an idea and walking around an area for 2 years and seeing how you want to develop a course, and then actually doing prototypes for all these obstacles and going through that and working with engineers and designers, and then actually implementing those into a course, and then working with the city and the local businesses to say, hey, we want to do this, and then they help you along this process. And then when it finally goes live, and then actually seeing it change and take on a personality, every year it improves. We get feedback from our participants, we add obstacles, we change things out. So it's a dynamic environment as well. We want to keep pushing people, we want to keep changing, we want to be on the forefront of sort of this type of events.
I mean, this was something that we felt the buzz all the way across Denver. We had to come out and share it with our viewers. Once again, folks, this is something that started brand new in 2014. That is Hard as Nails Obstacle Mud Race. Something you can come out and enjoy with your family and friends, as well as challenge yourself, not only individually, but as a community. A great place to have a good time. Check out the website right there. Their contact information is right there. If you're not sure, you can see all the upcoming dates they have as well. And remember, that's Hard as Nails, located here in Westminster, Colorado. This is Gary Atanu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.